BTS, Jimin and Jungkook faced their toughest test during their military service. What really happened behind the walls of the military barracks, and how did their friendship become a hope amidst the crisis? Check out the full story below. Jimin and Jungkook in the middle of a military crisis. Will their friendship survive? Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, is back in the limelight after a shocking incident during one of the military training sessions. Jungkook suffered severe skin injuries due to exposure to poisonous gas in the training simulation room. The incident drew strong reactions from armies around the world who demanded justice and protection for their idol. In the midst of this situation, Jimin emerged as a figure who fought hard to support Jungkook, proving their unwavering friendship. According to initial reports, this incident occurred during a routine training exercise to train soldiers' resistance to toxic gas exposure. However, what makes this incident controversial is that the duration of exposure was longer than the standard protocol. Jungkook was reportedly trapped inside the simulation chamber for much longer than the other soldiers, eventually coming out with burnt skin in several areas of his body. On the other hand, BTS management company, Hybe, finally issued an official statement regarding this incident. They expressed deep concern over the treatment Jungkook received and promised to work closely with the military to ensure the safety of all BTS members who are serving in the military. However, details about the concrete steps Hybe will take have yet to be explained, leaving many fans feeling disappointed. This incident not only affected Jungkook physically, but also his mental health. Experts note that experiences like this can leave a deep trauma, especially for someone who already faces immense pressure as a public figure. Jimin, as his best friend and group mate, played an important role in providing emotional support to Jungkook. Armies around the world showed their support by using hashtags like #Justice for Jungkook and #Protect Jimin and Jungkook, which soon became global trending topics. Some even organized petitions and staged small protests in front of Hybe's offices, demanding the company take stronger action. Amidst all this pressure, Jimin and Jungkook's friendship became a bright spot. Many fans believe that their closeness will help them through this difficult time. However, the big question remains: will the harsh military environment damage their relationship or strengthen their bond? As of now, all eyes are on the next step of the military, Hybe, and of course Jimin and Jungkook. How will they face this big challenge? Will this incident be the final test of their friendship, or will it prove that their relationship is stronger than all odds? Only time will tell. Translated with deepl.com, free version. As the crisis continues to grow, the spotlight is now turning to how Jungkook and Jimin are trying to navigate this difficult situation. After Jimin's request to be transferred to the same unit as Jungkook was rumored to be under consideration by the military, many speculations have surfaced. Some experts suspected that Jimin's presence by Jungkook's side could help his recovery, both physically and mentally, given their close relationship. However, this decision could also spark friction within the military system, which is known for its strict rules. Jimin didn't stop there. Based on reports from those close to him, he has submitted an official request to hold an internal investigation into the poison gas incident. Jimin insists that justice must be served, not just for Jungkook, but also to ensure that similar incidents do not happen to others. Jimin's courage sparked a mixed response, with many applauding his action as a brave step against injustice. Support from fellow BTS members. Although other BTS members such as Jin and Suga are currently in different locations performing their military duties, reports reveal that they have expressed their concerns to Hybe and military officials. They emphasized the importance of protection for all group members and called for a re-evaluation of training procedures. Jin, as the oldest member, was said to be particularly worried about Jungkook's condition and sent messages of encouragement through the military's internal communication channels. V and RM, who are not currently serving in the military, used their platform to highlight the importance of fair treatment for all soldiers. Although they did not mention names directly, their messages on social media were filled with support for Jungkook and Jimin. ARMY immediately linked the posts to this incident, further solidifying solidarity among fans. ARMY goes further. Beyond protests and petitions, ARMY is now engaging international human rights organizations to pressure the South Korean military to act transparently. The global campaign titled, "Protect Our Soldiers," has attracted international media attention, turning this incident from a national issue into a global problem. Even some global celebrities have begun to speak out about the importance of protecting the rights of individuals serving their country, regardless of their status as public figures. One fan wrote on Twitter, "It's not just about Jungkook or BTS. It's about making sure all soldiers are treated fairly and humanely. Jungkook is the face of a bigger problem. Jungkook and Jimin at an important crossroads." Recent reports reveal that Jungkook is currently undergoing intensive treatment for his skin recovery. However, the emotional distress he is feeling seems to be a much bigger challenge. A close source mentioned that Jungkook feels guilty that this situation is not only affecting him, but also his best friend, Jimin. Instead, Jimin felt that this was an opportunity to prove that their relationship was more than just co-workers. He continues to be by Jungkook's side emotionally, providing full support in every step of his recovery. Many think that Jimin has been the one to give Jungkook hope and calmness in the midst of this storm. What will happen next? As pressure mounts on the military and Hybe, all parties are now faced with a big choice. Will they take concrete steps to ensure justice for Jungkook? Or will they let this incident become one of the many cases that pass them by? For Jimin and Jungkook, this journey is not just about facing injustice, but also strengthening their bond as best friends. ARMY continues to monitor this development in the hope that the truth will be revealed and real change will occur. One thing is for sure. The world now awaits the next move from Jimin, Jungkook, Hybe, and the South Korean military. How they choose to resolve this crisis will not only impact these two global stars, but also the larger system around them. Will this be the end of a dark chapter, or the beginning of a big change? All eyes are now on them. Fight for justice gains new momentum. After much public pressure and global support for Jungkook and Jimin, the South Korean military finally announced that it would conduct an internal investigation into the poison gas incident. However, many felt this move came too late, given the scale of physical and mental damage Jungkook had already suffered. Jimin, who has taken on the role of his best friend's main defender, reportedly attended a meeting with top military officials. During the meeting, Jimin strongly requested transparency and justice. Sources from within the military mentioned that Jimin managed to influence the discussion with powerful and emotional arguments, citing the importance of reforms in training procedures to prevent similar incidents. What's next? With the military's ongoing investigation, Hybe's more proactive steps, and the public's continued support, this situation looks set to set an important precedent. Many wonder if this will be a moment of real change in South Korea's military system or if it will simply pass without significant results. However, one thing is clear. The bond between Jimin and Jungkook has only gotten stronger through this test. Many fans hope that the two will not only come through this situation well, but also become a symbol of the fight against injustice. The whole world is now waiting for the end of this round, not only for Jungkook's justice, but also to prove that the power of solidarity can change the established system. All eyes are on the military, Hybe, and, of course, on Jimin and Jungkook. What's their next move? How will this struggle end? One thing is for sure. ARMY will continue to support them every step of the way.